close the episode out.
Kuzma got it twisted. You see Brandon Ingram, D'Lo, Jordan Clarkson, Julius Randle, all of them thriving being all-stars. Kuzma says, oh, shoot, I played with them. That's me too. No, Kuzma. Know your role player. Come on now.
Okay. Hello, and welcome back to another episode on the Up Next show. Before we get started, we would like to start by saying that we apologize for not uploading, but now that it is summer, we plan to upload regularly. All right, so today we're going to be talking about our takeaways from the Suns and Lakers first round series game 6 in the playoffs. Obviously, there's a lot that happened. There's a lot to talk about, but also before we get started, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tap the bell. I'm going to start with asking Delito how he feels about this being LeBron's first ever playoff loss in the first round. Lito, go ahead and take the mic.
I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this show today. Today just been a rough day. So as Laker fans and Laker advocates, LeBron fans know, Lakers lost last night. Suns in 6. No repeat. No three-peat. We won't get a chance to make it to the finals this year. The first time since 2010 we'll have an NBA finals without LeBron or Steph Curry. Such a rough day today. But let me get right into it. I know what I said. Lakers in 6. Lakers are repeating. Lakers are three-peating. My three-peat talk was premature. I had said all that obviously thinking LeBron and AD will be fully healthy, but nonetheless, AD was hurt, and I expected LeBron to take over and at least win this series. I knew, but once I saw Game 5, I knew AD doesn't play, Lakers are losing in 6. AD played, AD was not even 50% healthy. He was probably at 10%. I respect AD. I respect it. He heard all the memes, A, Disney, A, street clothes, Davis. He heard all of it. And I respect him for going out, showing his teammates, I can't play. I'm not joking. I'm hurt. But I respect it. He was out in the first quarter. He didn't even take a shot. Didn't make a difference. But this whole Lakers team as a whole played pathetically in the first quarter. They came out with no energy, no sense of urgency. And you got Devin Booker, props. Props to Devin Booker. He was cooking. 6 for 6 from the 3 in the first quarter. Are you kidding me? You're not going to win that game. You're not going to win that game at all. Devin Booker ended the game 47 points, 68% from the field, 80% from the three-point line, 8 for 10. Are you kidding me? You're going to have a hard time winning that game if any player puts up those numbers. Now, look, LeBron never looked healthy in this series. I'm not going to lie. That's not an excuse. I still expect him to be LeBron and to take over. But you could see from Game 1 to Game 6, LeBron never looked healthy. It showed because he was passive. He wasn't even looking to score the ball, and he's shooting threes like he's Steph Curry. Now, he's shooting at a high clip. About 46% of his shots this series came from the three-point line. And that's the highest in any series he's ever played in. So LeBron should not be doing that, shooting almost half of his shots from the three-point line. We know LeBron, get to the paint, get to the free throw line. That's easy points. LeBron ended this game with 29, 9, and 7. 42% from the field, 30% from the three-point line, and 66% from the free throw line. LeBron does that in his sleep. That's not a takeover game. That's a regular game, and the Lakers were too far behind in that first quarter to even make a difference in this game. They came back, they fought. I respect the fight. Their pride kicked in, and they didn't want to get blown out again. But after the pathetic first quarter they had, going down, I think it was 46-14. Are you kidding me? In a closeout game, Staples Arena. Are you kidding me? Come on now.
All right, so I'm going to stop Lisa there and ask Marcus to take the mic and explain to me how he felt.
I'm shocked. I thought the series was going to go another way. Obviously, AD got injured. LeBron didn't look fully healthy. And there were some inconsistencies everywhere across the Lakers bench, starters. But I just want to say this. I want to applaud Devin Booker. He showed he could be a number one scoring option on a championship team. And now that Lakers are out, I do have the Suns being a threat in this playoffs and going far, maybe to the finals. But let me get into this. Like Deliso mentioned, I am very disappointed in LeBron's play throughout the entire series. AD or not, LeBron, you were the GOAT. You should step up. You've never lost in the first round, and you had worser teams. You act like this is a bad team. This team is not bad.
But you have to understand, LeBron had the worst. LeBron didn't have a worse team. His teams were bad, but he was a 1 seed, a 2 seed, going up against a Boston Celtics team, Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crowder, a 7 seed. This time he was the 7 seed, going up against a superior Suns team.
But the thing is, they should have been a 7 seed. We all know they were 7 seed, due to injuries, COVID protocols. It's a wacky year. But when I don't LeBron, he didn't show up. Throughout the season, they were 19 and 17 without AD, which brought to my other point is LeBron is not as valuable as you guys want to make him seem. I've been trying to tell you, LeBron is not as valuable as you guys try to make him seem. And I knew it was a problem when my Warriors almost prevented the Lakers from even stepping foot into the playoffs. By a lucky 3, the grace of God, LeBron made that shot. That's when I knew this could be rough.
That's straight cash.
He couldn't see.
That's straight cash.
Daliso, he couldn't see. Come on. We both watched that game. Okay.
Straight cash.
That was exaggeration. He was like, I saw 3 rims.
And he shot for the middle one, bottom of the rim. He didn't say, I saw 3 rims and shot for the right one and it magically went in. Nah, he saw 3 rims, shot for the middle one, dagger, boom.
Either way,
bang.
he didn't.
Okay.
Regardless, I don't care what anyone says.
But again, they didn't show up. They're supposed to be the number one. They were one of the best ranked defenses in the league, and they're tied 4th overall in the playoffs. And we all knew their offense wasn't as high power as some of the offenses like the Suns, Nets, offenses like that. But we thought their offense was going to show up. They were tied 2nd to last in offensive and point score in this playoffs, and only 0.5% more than the Knicks. They're bottom tier in offensive rating. LeBron didn't show up. He shot 3 for 10 from the 3-point, not acceptable. And he shot horribly from the free throw this whole series, 60%. Come on now, LeBron. But like Daliso mentioned, LeBron never looked fully healthy. He never looked aggressive. And the Suns players just stepped up. Jay Crowder, that game 3 was horrible for you. When you went 1 for 7 from 3, you made up for it. Started raining them down. Cameron Payne, applaud. Aiden, applaud. And Chris Paul, I want to applaud you from getting healthy. You were injured at the beginning of the season, getting healthy, and being the support that team needs and being the X factor that team needs. The reason why they're in the playoffs. So that is my take. I'm very disappointed, LeBron. I hope AD gets better, and I wish the Suns a great job.
Yes. And I just want to say, I came in here talking about the Lakers, but let's talk about the Suns side. Hats off to the Suns. Devin Booker for fighting, even though CP3 was hampered because of his shoulder injury. The Suns played great basketball. Let's talk about the role players. Cameron Artis-Payne. When he was on the Thunder, he was known for doing handshakes and dancing with Russell Westbrook. He's coming in, stepping in for Chris Paul, looking better than Chris Paul. Not better than Chris Paul all the time. But in the series, Cameron Artis-Payne was better than Chris Paul, scoring the ball, scoring threat offensively. He's getting to the paint on anyone. It didn't matter. Laying the ball up, hitting clutch threes. Let's talk about McCall Bridges, Cam Johnson, sitting in the corners and banging them down, raining them down. Jay Crowder, 6 for 9 from the 3. The Suns team hit 11 threes in the first quarter. The Lakers are not winning that game, especially not playing defense like that. You're not winning that game. And when the Lakers started fighting, when they started putting a comeback, they were down by 10 with 7:56 left in the 4th. Chris Paul, the injured Chris Paul, he fought. He knew his playoff life was on the line. He knew this may be the one shot he had to get into the NBA Finals. He hit a free throw line jumper over KCP, then dished out an assist to McCall Bridges, then dished out an assist to Cam Johnson. They both hit the threes. And then later in the game, he dished out an assist to Jay Crowder. That was the difference. That was the difference.
But I also I want to say this. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I would like to say this. I'm done with the disrespect. You claimed that Dennis Schroeder, when we were talking about, because we all thought it was going to be the Nets and the Lakers in the finals, you claimed that you claimed that Dennis Schroeder would be able to guard Kyrie and Harden and KD. Come on. They could barely stop Cameron, like you said, Cameron Payne, Jay Crowder, and Devin Booker. So I've been trying to tell you this the whole time. And I also said in a previous video that injuries could come back to bite the Lakers in the butt. And that is what happened. So Dalisa, I want to apologize on that regard. that
And
you really
look.
thought the Lakers were going to be able to stop the Nets.
And look.
Blasphemy.
Look. We all know healthy LeBron, healthy AD, fully healthy, no ankle injury, no groin strain, no none of that. LeBron never got an ankle injury. Lakers are winning this game. Lakers are winning this series in arguably 5, arguably 6. I still have it going to 6, but they could win it in 5.
7.
But look, Dennis Schroeder decided to be aggressive last night after the second half. Where were you in the first half? Where were you in the first half? Where were you game 4? And where were you game 5 when you dropped a donut? Come on now. And you won $100 million? No. He knew. He said in the press conference last night, he said, I want to come back. It's not about the money. He knew he couldn't come back and ask for a max contract when he dropped 0 points in game 5. Come on now. KCP, Wesley Matthews finally winning his shots. The Lakers cannot hit threes. They're a horrible three-point shooting team. They're about bottom 20th in the league. But I just want to say, the Suns, hats off to them again. I said early in the year, we may not even know, and I quote, they may not even make it out the first round, but they could be like the Mavericks team. But no, they're better than that Mavericks team from last year. They could be like the Nuggets team and even go farther than the Nuggets team from last year, where they can make the NBA Finals. If the Clippers lose tonight, the West is wide open, and anyone can take it. The Jazz, the Mavericks, the Suns, the Nuggets. This West is wide open if the Clippers lose tonight, because I believe the Clippers are still the favorites if they make it out the West. But if the Clippers lose, West is wide open. But Lakers will be back next year. All depends on the health of AD and LeBron.
Okay, well, we're just gonna stop right
AD
there.
takes care of his body in the offseason. LeBron comes back healthy. Lakers go get some shooters. Dennis Schroeder comes back. Get
And
Kuzma on the team. Kuzma's low IQ. So the Lakers late. Watch out for Big Bron and AD.
Who's low
okay.
IQ?
One more thing. Kuzma, don't disregard Kuzma because he was the most consistent player y'all had. LeBron had.
Stop it.
What?
Stop it.
What?
Okay.
He got about 10 in game. I think it was game 4. 10 in game 4.
He had a donut in game 1. Dropped about 2 points in game 3 and had about 4 in game 3.
I'm talking about later rounds.
And
in
4
later
in
games.
game 3.
In later
All
games.
right, I think we're gonna close the
At least
episode
what?
here.
No.
I think we're gonna wrap this up and try and close the episode out.
Kuzma got it twisted. You see Brandon Ingram, D'Lo, Jordan Clarkson, Julius Randle, all of them thriving being all-stars. Kuzma says, oh, shoot, I play with them. That's me too. No, Kuzma. Know your role player. Come on now.
Okay. I would like to start by saying I, of course, underestimated the Suns from the beginning. Once we made that one episode, I was like, I don't think they're gonna go anywhere. So I would like to say that I do need to tip my hats to them. They fought for it. I was very shocked with the Lakers. Didn't have it ending that way, but I knew that once AD went down, things were going to be rough either way. But regardless, congratulations to the Suns. I mean, I don't know what else to say. But we're going to close the episode. We would just like to say thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in for the rest of the week. Be sure to also like, comment, subscribe, and tap the bell. We'll see you guys later.